here is that if everyone did it and I wasn't legally challenged, you would have fewer risks on the street. And I could safely say to every New Mexican, and particularly those folks living in Albuquerque and Bernalillo County, I believe that you're safer for the next 30 days. We'll have to wait and see.
Right, so banning legally held firearms being carried by those licensed to do so who aren't criminals, that'll stop the criminals shooting people, right? It's the governor of New Mexico, Michelle Uzjan, who's trying to temporarily suspend the Constitution and Second Amendment. Well, there's one sheriff in New Mexico called John Allen, and he sees things a little bit differently.
Let me be clear. I hold my standards high, and I do not, or never will, hedge on what is right. And I take my oath seriously. In reference to concealed carry and open carry, the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office will not enforce this segment of the order. While I understand the urgency, the temporary ban challenges the foundations of our Constitution, but most importantly, it is unconstitutional.
That man gets it, and he understands the birth of the nation, the Revolutionary War, and how it was private citizens with state-of-the-art weapons that made sure we would stop living under dictatorship. How serious is the threat? Let's unpack it with two special guests, friends of mine from Pinal County, Sheriff Mark Lamb, and the CEO of my favorite gun company, Car Firearms, Justin Moon. Sheriff Lamb, let's start with you. Your colleague there in New Mexico, Sheriff Allen, he gets it, doesn't he?
He does. He's a good man. I've met him before. He understands it. And this is what a sheriff should do. Stand up and say, no, we're not going to do something that is unconstitutional to its core. You know, this woman thinks that just taking guns away from innocent citizens is going to stop violence. The fact is that the people with these guns that are committing these violent acts, they don't follow the law anyway. And the majority of them are using guns that are possessed illegally. So taking guns away from law-abiding citizens to try to stop crime from those who are not law-abiding just doesn't work. And furthermore, this is like taking the horns off of a bull and giving them no ability to protect themselves from the wolves. The wolves will go hog wild on the citizens once they know that they're not armed anymore. This makes no sense on any level. And even furthermore, the most important point, it's absolutely unconstitutional to the Second Amendment.
Yeah, especially after the horrific footage we saw recently of the coyotes walking across the border with AR-15s, with ceramic body armor. That's the reality. And she wants to disarm the law-abiding citizens. Justin, you are the CEO, the founder of a company that I so respect. I actually carry one of your weapons every single day, my 9mm car. But you're not just a businessman. You're not just somebody who likes guns and designs them. You bring a very special perspective, don't you, Mr. Moon? You understand what the purpose of the Second Amendment is. Will you explain your family background?
Well, you know, Sebastian, you and I have some sort of similarities. Our family suffered under communism, and you know what that's all about. You know, when the people of Eastern Europe were disarmed, then they had no ability to resist the dictates of a tyrannical government. And that's exactly the reason why our founding fathers in 1776 decided to tell the British that they no longer wanted to be under their jurisdiction and rule. And so what was really scary about New Mexico was this governor, they took it upon herself to suspend our liberties. And these are the same liberties which our forefathers fought and died to give us. And I think if Americans are pushed into the corner, they would do the same thing as the brave men and women back in 1776.
Yeah, it's a very simple cliche or motto, but it is so full of truth. If you're unarmed, you're not a citizen, you're a subject. Car Firearms gets it, and the people of Pinal County get it. We're going to be celebrating the ultimate civil right that makes all the others possible at your annual festivities, Mr. Moon, the Car Firearms Rod of Steel Festival in Pennsylvania. Join us. I don't know if there are any tickets left, but you could go to the Rod of Iron website and join us there. And then I'm very excited because this stinking cesspit behind me, we are short of good men. And there's some guy in Arizona called Lamb, and I think he's running for the Senate. Please check out sherifflambforsenate.com as well. God bless you both. You understand it is the first freedom that makes all the others possible. Next up, reality